Nick Lightfoot here, joined by Fran Berry, as you will see. He can't wait for Irish Derby Day and the Irish Derby itself. Graham Cunningham alongside as well. Race 6 is the big one. It is the Irish Derby, the classic on the day, and we will find out by the end of play who is the superstar. Behind City of Troy, of course, because that Derby form is going to be represented. City of Troy winning it. He's not here, but Los Angeles is, and so too is Ambiente Friendly. That is the iconic course and distance, 2,400 metres, that they have to take in. And there are 8 declared, which is great. We hope they all stand their ground. There are 3 British raiders, headed by Ambiente Friendly. You've also got their Matsuri and Sunway for Roger Varian and David Manuisier. And Aidan O'Brien, he runs 4 in search of a 16th win in this race. Let's go back to some rather key form, Graham. Graham Cunningham alongside the Derby a few weeks ago.
Aidan's won this 15 times. He had 26 of the 58 original entries, 6 of 10 earlier in the week. He now has 4 of 8. This is a key calibrating clue. The horse in the yellow is the horse he and they all have to be. Ambiente Friendly is a keen goer. He's not bred to be a star horse. His physique isn't that impressive, but his form is good. He bolted up in the Lingfield trial, and after travelling really well, he was the one to chase home City of Troy. Back in third, running really well, Los Angeles. He was right on the pace in a strongly race. I think and hope it can be much closer between that pair this weekend.
Interesting. We will look forward to that. We've got more British representation. There's Sunway. There's also Matsuri. Quite an interesting move to be coming off this Leicester success when he was very highly talked of afterwards, this See the Stars Colt, straight into the Irish Derby, just the second start of the season.
Yeah, it is a who-knows job, this. He may work like a champion. He's bred to be a good horse, 700 grand son of See the Stars. And this was impressive. The horses he beats, Nick, as you know, are nothing flash, rated 70-odd by and large. But he bolts up, his closing splits were good, and it's significant that a grounded operator like Roger Varian mentioned the Irish Derby straight after this race. He's the X factor, but who knows how good he could be.
He has some real spice into the mix. Fran, talk us through, from your perspective, the Irish Derby this year.
Yeah, well, I think the likely pace will be needed to be strong for Los Angeles to win, so that should suit Ambiente Friendly as well to get him to relax. He's drawn and stalled 6. At the Curragh, you've got a furlong to the first bend. If Rob Havlin can just get a little bit of cover behind the pace, he should be able to get Ambiente Friendly to relax. And I'd expect, like we saw in the Derby, the outer Aidan O'Brien horse, Euphoric, tried to make the running, and that should drag the speed out of the race and make it a stamina test. But Los Angeles on a very fast surface, if we have a dry weekend, I think he's going to be vulnerable to a horse with a turn of foot. We saw at Lingfield, Ambiente Friendly, the way he can pick up on really fast ground. I'm banking on being quick ground on Sunday. I think he's got a good setup to go on better than winning at Epsom.
Fran, can I ask you a quick question about Los Angeles? We all saw at Epsom how he was nervy at the gate. He was getting sweaty. He still ran really well. Does that concern you in any way?
It'd have to be a concern, Graham. He was very well behaved in Leopardstown when he won his trial. He was also very good last year, and it was just a new element that came into him at Epsom with a big crowd. And you've also got a long way to get to the start at the Curragh. Maybe connections are going to be aware of that now and work around him. And I'm sure with Aidan O'Brien, he'll leave no stone unturned. But I would, for Hong Kong viewers, watch him in the preliminaries and what he's doing at the back of the starting stalls. Now, he showed at Epsom he didn't come up short in the race, but it was pre-race. He got a good chance to get into the starting gates. It'd have to be a little bit of a concern.
Do you know what, Graham? Very often we can have a long odds-on shot who's probably won at Epsom just to cement the crown, if you will. We don't have that this year. I think this is a compelling race. How do you see it?
Well, first of all, I don't think it's a super deep Irish Derby. And secondly, tactically, I think it's going to be very different than Epsom. No question that Los Angeles, it's Tour de France time. He was one of the lead-out guys for City of Troy at Epsom. This time, I think the tactical plan will be to set the table for him. So I'm going to take a chance on Los Angeles to reverse the form from Ambiente Friendly. Sunway's the horse we've not talked about, a good quality 2-year-old. He hasn't really shot the lights out this season, but I think he can run well. And Matsuri, the unknown quantity. So 5, 1, 7 and 6 for me, with Los Angeles on top in the Irish Derby.
Yeah, well, he is the leading man this year, it would seem. Certainly with no City of Troy about. Fran, you 1, 2, 3, 4?
Number 1, Ambiente Friendly, cracking run at Epsom. I think with a likely strong pace, he should be able to relax and show that good turn of foot on good ground. Los Angeles, number 5, to maintain that form from Epsom, back in second place. The unexposed, number 6, Matsuri, for third. And as a swinger, a horse is going to be ridden cold, and if a few of them fall apart, number 4, the complete outsider, Keeper's Heart.
OK, for me, then I'm hoping that class is going to come to the fore and Ambiente Friendly becomes the third British winner of this race in the last 4 years. Whoever you're going for in the Irish Derby, the very best of luck.